Hello and welcome to Scrolling with Ceazor. Today is May 4th, 2026. I'm not feeling very good today, so I'm going to make it a quick one today, but I'm trying to do that anyway. So let's take a quick look at things. Remember, this is not financial advice. It's just my own personal opinions. Okay, so ETH had a little pump today, but it has retraced most of that pump. So we're sitting at around 1% up. BTC is about 1.5% up, which is, will it retrace? I don't know. I think BTC has a harder time retracing than ETH, but I'm not exactly sure why. But anyhow, gold is down 2.5%, a nice huge red candle. I'm almost at the bottom of my CLP, so if it goes at the bottom again, I'm going to have to reassess whether or not I want to stay in this position. Sonic looks like ETH. Hype looks like ETH. Everything's kind of correlated in this sense. Okay, so let's move on. So the first one I'm going to share with you today is Sam from Liquidity. He has a thread here. It's not a very long thread, but it's just a quick little reminder that there's some good yield on stablecoins via Bold in Curve and Uniswap. So Bold versus USDC, if you want to just enter that pool on Curve, you can get roughly about 10% APR plus your trading fees. If you want to go into the Uniswap CLP, then you can get around 13% APR with your and trading fees. Now these are all rewards in Bold, so more stablecoins on stablecoins. You can go in either through USDC or you can mint the Bold coin versus ETH and so forth and get in there. Now, but the key thing here is just this is how I'm feeling these days. I'm feeling really like risk off. So this kind of stuff is really the kind of stuff I'm looking for my capital. So especially, so no leveraging, no looping. It's always withdrawable, immutable contracts. No need to worry. No admin keys, and rewards and stablecoins. No like inflationary rewards or anything like that. So it's just straightforward. And take a look at it, consider it. These links here are to the pools, but they're easy enough to find. If you just go to Curve and you search for Bold, you will find it. Another option that I like. It's a little less trustless than obviously Bold. Bold is immutable on chain, no admin keys, but this is not the case. However, it is the flying tulip US dollar. You can get roughly right now 5.9% APR on your USDC or USDT simply by using it, minting, using USDC to mint flying tulip USD and then staking it. And again, there's no incentives. This is not run by incentives. This is not run by subsidies or looping or leverage. Just straight like USDC being used to lend around, and then that lending stuff being sent back to you. However, when you do depositing here, your APR does come in flying tulip tokens because they're using the yield to buy the flying tulip token and send it to you. So it might look like incentives or inflation, but it's not. Now moving on, Leviathan News is retweeting out this idea, or just sending out this idea that Circle has achieved some regulatory advances in Europe, which is great. So Circle secures France's approval to launch MiCA compliant crypto services across the EEA, enabling custody and transfers of USDC and Euro Circle. So they continue to do their suit stuff and get regulatory, and this is good for our ecosystem. More adoption is great for everything. I still prefer these trustless stablecoins like Bold, but that is an option as well. So DeFi Scan, fantastic little service, has decided to spend their weekend assessing Binance staked ETH, and they're sharing 10 ways that Binance staked ETH can lose all of everyone's money. Now you can go through this post and read through them all, but I'll just choose a random one. Like number 7, wrong staking destination. So ETH deposits into a contract can be withdrawn to a Binance end of address wallet 7 for deposits to Ethereum proof of stake network calling move to staking address. If this EOA is compromised, the ETH changed into WBETH is sent to the Binance EOA for, so they've got an EOA running something here. And so as always, check this out. If you are holding Binance staked ETH, then you might want to check this out and read through it and know the risks that you are exposing yourself to. Okay, so everyone's talking about this today, and so this is a pretty good post on what happened. So basically, I'll read through his attack. So basically, the attacker sent the Grok labeled wallet a Banker Club membership NFT. That NFT is what unlocks Banker's transfer tools for any wallet that holds it. Okay, so the attacker sent an NFT for the bank, an NFT to the Grok wallet. Okay, and then the attacker tweeted at Grok with a crafted prompt generating a reply containing Banker bot send 3 billion BRD to this address, and that address happens to be like his he's got an ENS on that address, and it's his name as well, which is crazy. So Banker scanned X, saw the command in Grok's tweet, verified the wallet had a Banker NFT, and signed the broadcast. So someone was able to like basically get Banker, this bot, to send a bunch of tokens to his address because they used a Grok wallet, and Grok tweeted it out because they asked Grok to tweet it out. And so the key thing here is AI agents can be prompt injected. This is a known large language model issue. So the key thing here is, use AI, but be careful about it. Don't give it a whole bunch of your money. Don't give it your main private keys. You want to play. You want to throw some cash into it. That's fine, but like don't give it powers and like don't give it massive of powers. So just be careful out there. Okay. Now, if you do want to play around with agents, and you want, be careful again though. But there is a launchpad here, Hey and Law launchpad, where you can launch your own agent, but they have some pre-designed features for you, so you can like plug into stuff immediately. You don't have to. You're not starting from scratch, so to speak. So you can check this out. I think it's pretty cool. It's definitely worth trying. If it's something you've got some free time and you want to like launch an agent and play around with it, then you can check this one out. Okay. So another thing in the news today is that World Liberty Financial, World Liberty Finance, anyhow, they've decided to file a lawsuit against Justin Sun for defamation. So Justin's angry because they froze his tokens, and now they're gonna, and he started saying things about them, like basically they stole my tokens, and now they want to sue him for saying they stole his tokens, right? So you can go through this whole thing. It's pretty crazy. It's wild stuff, but it's just what's happening. This is just how the world is going to be, and there's always been suing for defamation all over the place, and now it's crept into our little crypto ecosystem. Fantastic. Moving on, here we have Dima Gustavov. He's tweeting out this idea that like EtherFi is shutting down the solar staking program. Lido, CMM, and Rocket Pool are the main options for solar stakers in the LTS space. So basically, if you want to like be a solo staker and you don't want to like put up 32 ETH because it's a fair amount of money, then you can borrow the ETH from some of these protocols. So they have ETH that you can kind of borrow. I wouldn't say it's borrow, like you basically stake with them and give up a good percentage of your yield, because you're not staking as much ETH as they are, right? So Lido can do this. Rocket Pool is very good for doing this, but EtherFi, you can't do it anymore. They've decided to shut this down. Now, I don't know why they've decided to shut it down. Maybe because of demand, maybe because there's no one doing it. And there's also ETHX as well that you can do this through. So yeah, you could check it out. If you are running an ETH validate solar staker through EtherFi, then you probably need to check to see if there's going to be any effects on you, or if they just are stopping down the idea that new people can join. Okay, Alchemix has relaunched V3. I do have a video on V3 if you want to understand it. If you're going to use this, please watch the video or read the docs in full. Like, understand this thing. This thing's not a simple, complex, like, deposit and farm type thing. You should really understand how it works, but it's pretty damn cool. It's like CDPs without interest rate and no liquidations and stuff like that. It's super cool. However, so they increased the caps on the fixed transmuters. Okay, now you got to be fast. I went there to check this, and this was like, when was this posted? It was posted today, like 2 hours ago, and some of the caps are already full. So go check it out. You can convert, you can mint some AL assets, so AL ETH or AL USD, and stick them in these transmuters, and then the transmuters will turn them into USDC or ETH again. So it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty, like, the UX is straightforward, but you should probably try to understand what's going on underneath the hood. Okay, so last thing we're going to talk about today. Oh, no, I got two more. So Mega ETH has reached its first KPI. So if you did stake your Mega into the Flux reward system, then it's looking like 50 million Mega ETH are going to be distributed to us, to the people who staked it. I put half of my assets, half of my airdrop in here, and the other half I sold because, yeah, I always do that, right? So I put half mine in here. So it looks like it's going to happen. I'm going to get some of those rewards. Now, they want more KPIs, I assume. So, we'll see. But we'll also, let's see what happens, okay? So pay attention and watch it. I'm happy to see that they are, they got a lot of FUD over the weekend over the Binance listing. Did they pay? Did they not? Who knows, right? But in all, I just want projects to succeed, whether they, I don't consider Mega ETH to be a rug pull or a complete scam. Like, they did do some stuff I can definitely complain about, but I'm going to try my best to be positive about things like this, because I want this space to not be like a doom scroll all the time, negative, cry fest. And the last thing I want to share with you is that the True Markets app, I'm in a tester here, so I've got some bias in this, but I still think this is really cool. You can read through my little list here, but basically, so there was a market on True where people were betting. They said, oh no, it's finished. The Oracle said no. They disputed. Then the True voters voted. They voted no again, and then the person disputed the voting, and then a jury was called to judge on it. And now the outcome has come. It's finalized. The system has gone through everything, and that's it. So jury's done, and we move on. Basically, the market was reopened for trading. So the jury voted for the outcome of reset, which means just just let people trade the thing again. Like, it's not finished yet. Okay. So that's it for today. I hope this is interesting and useful. Thank you for listening, and goodbye.